Hello. Today we're going to be showing how Snyk and Cosmos work together to identify security vulnerabilities in your code and address them by writing new PRs to fix those problems. We start out in the Cosmos UI, and I'm here in Cosmos looking at the option to create a new session. But rather than creating a new session, what I'm going to do is set up my Snyk MCP so that my experts in Cosmos can call that MCP to perform vulnerability analyses. I go to my configuration, I go to the MCP registry, and you can see here the Snyk MCP. And when I open it up, I can see the command that I run, the command that gets run to start the MCP server, as well as the configuration that I set up, which is my token, my Snyk token that I pass to the MCP server so that it can run authenticated as my user. I enable it for the CLI agent and the Cosmos agents, and I share it for my team so that anybody on my team can use this once I set it up the first time. I then define an expert, my Snyk security analyst. This expert is purpose-built to perform Snyk security vulnerability scans, and I give it a specific environment where it's going to run. I give it a default model and a system prompt that describes the behavior that I want it to execute when it's called upon. I then make sure that it has the integrations available to it, like WebFetch and the GitHub app, as well as that Snyk MCP server, so it can perform the vulnerability analysis and then post the updates to the source control itself on the PR. I also have other workers that the expert can call upon to perform further analysis or other things if I want this workflow to continue down a path of further types of actions. And I can share this expert amongst my team. Again, I build it once, everybody in my team benefits. Once I have the MCP server set up and I've given it to the expert to use, I then set up an automation so that this expert gets called on a specific type of trigger event. In this case, that trigger is going to be on a PR getting labeled with the label Snyk review. So that when I write a new PR, if I identify it as one that needs specific security analysis, I add this label and it will spin up a new session in Cosmos calling upon that expert to go and actually do the analysis itself. So I hop over here, I have a PR in my ecom stack where I'm adding carrier package tracking. And I know that this is something that is vulnerable, so I want to perform a security review with my Snyk service. And I add the label. When I hop back over here to Cosmos, I can go to sessions and I can see right here, there's a new session spinning up that is calling upon that Snyk security analyst to perform a review of this PR. We'll stop here for a moment and check back in when the expert is finished. And now the expert has finished its session. I've scrolled specifically to a part where we can see that the expert is calling on that Snyk MCP, and it is actually finding some issues. Here it's found 3 different issues. This is the JSON interpretation or the JSON representation of those issues that it found. And as I scroll down, we can see that now the expert itself is working with those issues, identifying fixes, implementing the fixes, validating those fixes, and eventually actually writing an update to the PR itself. So if I come back to the PR, I can scroll down here and I can see here is the security review update for this PR. The expert has worked with the Snyk MCP, identified issues, and posted a fix to address those concerns. And that is how Snyk and Cosmos can work together.